All right, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us indoors on such a beautiful day. My name is Kiana McClure. I am the co-chair of Project Vision. Would like to again say thank you for everyone to be here, and I'd like to invite anybody who might be a new addition to the group to stand up and introduce yourself. We will have a microphone circulating for PEG TV, so please just speak into the microphone so we can hear your lovely voice. All right, and we can do a show of hands, sure thing, and we have a microphone coming.
Hello. Hi. My name is Justine Franco, and hi, thank you for having me. I've actually wanted to come to this meeting for 6 years, and that's the truth. And I work 5 days a week, so that just doesn't happen. So I played hooky today. Don't tell my boss, even though she knows. I actually had an involvement with Project Vision when I worked with Barry Meehan, who he's a Jesuit priest who worked with an organization called Gabriel's Children. He represented himself here at Project Vision back in, I think it was 2019. And it was a program where Dunkin' Donuts gave a grant to the school department for free food for kids. And it was pre-pandemic, and then the pandemic happened, and I'll tell you, we utilized that grant like nobody's business. It was incredible. I was a school nurse at the time at Rutland High School, and we fed so many kids that didn't have lunch money or didn't feel comfortable sitting in the lunchroom. That's really a problem sometimes in the school department. So yeah, that was my connection to Project Vision, but I was not able to come to the meetings, unfortunately. Like I said, I was taking care of the kids, and now I'm actually at the hospital and working with women and children, labor and delivery, but I'm also running for the school board, so I'll be back involved with the school department, and I'm very excited about that. And so thank you. I'm really excited to be here.
Awesome, thank you so much, Justine. And right behind you.
Hi. Well, I don't have an amazing story like Justine to tell, but my name is Jen Rondinoni, and I am also running for school board. I am a local parent, and I've got 4 kids, and several have gone through the Rutland Public City School System, and I've heard a lot about Project Vision, so I'm really excited to be here today and see what it's all about. Thank you.
Awesome, and I saw another hand right over here. Perfect.
I'm Jen LeFaber, hello. I work for the UVM Extension Bridges to Health program, based here out of the Rutland office. So we're a program that assists, it's traditionally migrant workers, Spanish-speaking and Jamaican migrant workers have traditionally been who we've mostly had here in Vermont, but it's growing, lots of new immigrant families coming to the area, and we assist with access to medical care and medical interpretation. So I have been meaning to come here as well and just meet people and be connected in the area, so thanks.
Awesome, thank you so much for joining us. Any new fresh faces, any more hands? Alrighty, well with that we're gonna go, oh, I've got one in the back. I was gonna say, you introduce yourself every time. Alrighty. Well, in that case, we're going to go ahead and move right into Chief Kilcullen's remarks. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Kiana. Thanks for everyone who braved the weather to get out here. No, really, it's too nice to be inside, I think. That's why we see the attendance we have today. But it's nice to see the number of people we have. Not a whole lot to report. Just next Tuesday is our RUTSTAT. For those who haven't been to one of our RUTSTAT meetings, if you're interested, you may have heard what RUTSTAT is, but every 2 weeks we get together and we go through, we report out on all the locations we've been to at least 3 times in a 2-week period, and we try to identify the issues that are bringing us there and sort of direct our partners to those addresses where they might have an impact on the issues that are bringing us there. So that's on Tuesday morning. If you've been to our RUTSTAT meetings, typically the sergeants, you may know we've got cities divided into 4 sectors in terms of responsibility, and we have 4 patrol sergeants, so each sergeant has responsibility for a particular sector. And so if you've been to our RUTSTAT meetings, there's Sector 4, which is where we are right now. tend not to be terribly busy. And so we reconfigured our sectors. So going forward, it's a little more, it's sort of a little more even. Our Sector 3 was the entire east side. There were quite different neighborhoods, the north part of that sector and the south side. So we sort of rebalanced our sector. So if you come Tuesday, you'll, I think Tuesday may or may not be the first time we report out with our new sectors, but very soon we will be reporting out with our new sectors in place. Mentioned probably back in December that in the first quarter of this year we plan on having some community meetings. So each of the sergeants then will do a presentation to that particular sector, members of the community in that sector. Kind of do a RUTSTAT presentation. Hey, where are we coming? What's keeping us busy in your community, in your particular sector, and you hear some of our crime stats and all that. So that is still planned for late this quarter, early second quarter, maybe April. We've got some locations nailed down, but just not the dates yet. So hopefully by next vision meeting, I'll be able to tell you when and where you can come, show up, and hear a little bit about, hopefully we'll have some more information on more of a structured neighborhood watch program, as opposed to some of these groups that have popped up here and there that tend to be eyes and ears, but maybe do a little bit more sometimes that you may or may not prefer. So anyway, so that's kind of it right now. Again, enjoy the weather when you get outside. Thanks.
And next, I would like to invite up Commander Prouty for his remarks.
All right. So the sector maps, have they hit Facebook yet? Okay. So we'll do that. We'll put the sector map on both the police department Facebook page and on our Project Vision Facebook page, so it makes a little bit more sense to you. So last month we had night vision. Everybody get to go? If you didn't, it was really cool. So night vision is not only just a cool term from a military guy, but it's also, it's going to be our effort quarterly to have these meetings, in addition to our monthly meeting, have a vision that's in the evening hours at a different location around the city to allow folks that traditionally can't make it during our working lunch into those spaces. The one that we did at the Vision Center, so a lot of people had never been into the Vision Center. We had a really good turnout. The folks, what's the caterer again?
Marble Valley Kitchen and Catering.
They did an awesome job with the food, and it was great having the folks that, so the Vision Center is a shared workspace of not the police, a lot of organizations, Community Care Network, Goodwill Northern New England, News Story, the Turning Point Center, Rutland County Community Justice Center, plus my staff in the Vision Center were in the space, and we got to meet with a lot of our neighbors, wondering, hey, what's going on? How do we fit in? How can we volunteer? And I just thought it was really cool. So we want to replicate that in other cool spots around the city. I wanted to update you folks on the outreach care team. As you know, the police department is partnered with the Rutland Free Clinic. We have our folks from the Medical Reserve Corps, the Turning Point, and Community Care Network, Rutland Mental Health, Case Management. And Wednesdays and Mondays, we hop into the command post and we drive around and we try to go into space. And in that space, we try to meet with very vulnerable people who traditionally are not getting access to health care for a host of reasons. Either they are trespassed from the hospital, they don't have primary care, the condition of their mental health hasn't been conducive to receiving services. But we work in that space. And in the last couple of weeks, we've just had some tremendous successes with folks that you've probably seen around town with their shopping carts, freezing to death, whatever, that have really taken on a lot of services, ambulance, ED time, getting taken out of space for vagrancy, et cetera, where we have them sheltered into primary care, getting doctor's appointments, seeing a dentist, doing their intakes at Rutland Mental Health, getting their behavioral health medication that they should have been on for months. On the medical side, getting people treated for really bad infections. And it's just been amazing for us as a team with these limited hours going into this space and seeing the fruits of that. So really proud of the work that Vision's doing in that respect. So I'll be scheduling interviews for our open CRS position in the next couple of weeks. We have a pretty substantial group of applicants at this time, but as you know, we did lose Bill Giotti, one of our community resource specialists, to our evidence tech position. So we have an opening. So that's going to be coming. CRS Dawson, you've probably seen Kyle here in these meetings. He's had done some field trips to Brattleboro and to Bennington, looking at what's happening in those two communities with their equivalent to our outreach. So we're going to take a look at evaluating what those other towns are doing, and maybe we'll borrow a couple of things from them. For folks that are new, I'm the Executive Director of Project Vision. If you want to receive updates and be on our listserv, when we have our socializing time, I have a sign-up sheet in the back. Just give me your name, organization, and your email, and I'd be happy to add you onto the listserv, and you'll get to see all the great and cool things that we do. That's all I got.
And thank you, Commander Prouty. I did see a hand in the back. Did you have a question for Commander Prouty?
I don't have a question, but I just wanted to commend and congratulate that team, because to have them out in our community and providing that service, that's a huge accomplishment for our community. So Commander Prouty and your team, congratulations. That's great.
Awesome. Let's give a round of applause. Awesome. Well, all right. For announcements, I'm going to turn it over to my co-chair, Adam.
Hey everyone, I'm Adam Sancic. I'm the co-chair for Project Vision. I'm a little bit taller. So I did want to give time for general announcements for anybody that might have an upcoming community, something planned within the community, or just to talk about, if you're new, maybe about a program or something that's current for you. So.
I work very closely with Come Alive Outside. Do I need this? So, Project Vision, or let me try this again. I'm here to represent Come Alive Outside to tell you all about the amazing Winterfest stuff that's going to be going on during winter vacation starting the 16th of February to the 25th. And this is going to be one of our biggest Winterfests, I'd say, by considerably. We have over 33 events. But Come Alive Outside got special PLO money to have a specific track just for teens. So along the same topic of us listening to the teen voices and giving them what they want, well, yeah, they wanted to have fun. So we have some great stuff going on. Please visit the Winterfest Facebook page. The majority of the stuff is all free of cost. Food is going to be there, and it's just amazing fun. So there's going to be stuff for the whole family. Starting the 16th, we have a black light dance Nerf party going on at Wonder Feet for teenagers. So teenagers being 12 to 18. So a lot of them are registration ahead of time so we can make sure that we have enough food. But if you don't make registration, I'd say still come along. So Winterfest, it's going to be amazing, and we're going to be talking about it for a long time till next year when we have an even better one. So I invite you all to come along. Thank you.
Thanks, Sarah. Anybody else for announcements today?
Hello, I'm Monica Ingley-Kiefner with the Health Department. This is an announcement about Rutland County Pride Center, though, which is also a hat I wear. Cedars Mixer is the 13th from 5 to 7 in the Pride Center, so if any of you have not been there and want to check it out, come join us. We'll have snacks from Victoria's Authentic Mexican Cuisine, I believe. The 13th from 5 to 7. And the Pride Center is in the same building as Tokyo House. For anyone who knows where that is, right next to the bus station. Tokyo House is on the left, Pride Center is on the right.
Thanks, Monica. Sounds great. And anybody else before we move to Linda? And Linda Olson in the house. Linda, if you could come up. So Linda's going to be part of our new committee under education and training, and give a brief overview of what that committee looks like and expectations for the committee. Welcome, Linda.
I'm actually new to Project Vision too. I was going to introduce myself and I thought I'm on the agenda. They don't want to hear from me twice. But this is clearly where the cool kids show up on Tuesday, the second Tuesday of the month. So I have a class this semester, so I'll definitely try to make it. Eric Pulver and I will be leading a new committee through Project Vision on education and training. And we don't have a set date or time that we're meeting yet. We're working on that still. Hopefully we'll have that by early next week. But we really want to create a comprehensive site where professionals in Rutland County can find professional trainings or educational opportunities, maybe conferences, and have that in one place where you all can go to it and find out what's going on. I actually am the director for the Center for Social Justice and Trauma-Informed Care. So one of the things we've been doing is doing trainings for professionals. So if we can't do the training, if we don't have expertise in that area, we'll find someone who does and give you access to that kind of training so that you have it. So the first thing we're gonna do is early next week. The survey's already done, but I got to polish it a little bit. We're sending out a survey through Project Vision listserv and through some other listservs asking what would be helpful, what kinds of trainings would be beneficial, right? And so once we have that information, we can start making our landing site and make it available to you. So please fill out the survey and feel free to contact me, Linda Olson. And my name is spelled correctly up there. Usually people spell it O-L-S-E-N. That's not correct. And it's Linda Olson at vermontstate.edu. So feel free to reach out to me and ask any questions or give me ideas about how the center and our new committee can help you. Okay? Thank you. Thank you for the time, too. I appreciate it.
Great to have you aboard. Thank you, Linda. So the other thing I just wanted to update you around, and we're going to go move into breakout sessions. We now have 5 committees. We've done some moving around with the committees based on feedback from the committee leads, as well as wanting to integrate a couple that felt a little bit duplicative. So I'm going to go through those really quickly, and then at the very end, you'll see the chair leads for each one of those committees. What we normally do is spend about 25 minutes, 20 to 25 minutes in these breakout sessions, just talking about the current work that's happening within each of these committees and really looking for new ideas and brainstorming and no bad ideas. So please feel free to get involved as we break out into these committees, but I just wanted to kind of give a brief overview of each one for those new folks, and because we've kind of reestablished some of these based on some really solid advice from the group. So the first one is the volunteer committee that Linda just spoke on. That's pretty sorry, that's not the one she spoke on. The volunteer committee that we're developing, that was initially the community cleanup and beautification committee along with the volunteer committee. So that's a newer committee that we're looking at that's going to focus on support and recruitment of volunteers in relation to repair work, beautification of neighborhoods, as well as some of the smaller stuff that folks who may have some issues with low income, we could actually support them in some way. So if you're interested in that, make sure that you check that out today. We've also got the Training and Education Committee, which Linda did speak to. So they're going to coordinate, collect, and organize, disseminate trainings. Sounds pretty wonderful. I don't know if she'll actually be doing the smaller group today or not with Eric, but you're more than welcome to. We've got a space for you. Youth Committee, well established, some great work that's happening. Basic overview that includes developing third spaces. They got a teen center online, skate park, a whole bunch of exciting stuff that's happening there, so make sure to check that out as well. Community Policing Committee, there's a whole lot there. The basic expectation is we're developing collaborative partnerships between law enforcement and local agencies and organizations to serve and develop solutions to problems and increase trust with the police and that relationship between social service agencies, health agencies, all the folks that contribute to supporting this work. And last but not least, we've got the Health Committee, and their latest foray is into reviewing some of the data to inform the work they're going to be doing and looking at actionable projects as one way to start creating meaningful connections and tangible outcomes. One of the things that they've been emphasizing is post-pandemic, how difficult it's been and how siloed everybody's felt within this community, and looking through that and trying to figure out what we can do to enhance and support and get folks back to the table around this important work. And committee leads. So community policing, we've got Pat Hunter and Commander Prouty. Health committee, Monica Ganguly-Kiefner and Jamie Bentley. Youth committee, Heather Briard and Sarah Cosgrove. We've got a volunteer committee. I don't know if Kristen's here today from ARC, but Kiana's going to be supporting that one as well. And the training and education committee that we spoke of with Linda and Eric. And that is a summary of the committees. So we're going to break out now. And we've got community policing over here to our left. We've got health in the far corner over here. I've got the training committee set up over in the corner on your right. Volunteer committee is going to be sitting here. Youth committee, you get the nice desk and table outside. So feel free to break out to the committees and we'll call you back. Thanks so much.
We will be reconvening at 1 o'clock. Group, gonna give everyone a minute or so to get themselves reseated because we're in our last little part of the meeting here where I encourage anyone in attendance to share a positive or uplifting story with the group. This is a very important part of the meeting because if you don't raise your hand, I'm going to call on you and surprise you. So if you don't want to be embarrassed and put on the spot, you should raise your hand so you're planning for it. Connecting with I think that's the youth committee in the back corner. You guys are coming? All right. I'm going to start calling on people. All right. I will do a final countdown if I need to, but I'm not that great of a musician. Do I see a hand in the back there? All righty, let's go with the first positive or uplifting story.
So I had a daughter come into my office after a couple days, and we've been working on some paperwork issues. She's been waiting 4 years to get a copy of her father's DD-214 to take him to that next level. So we were able to locate that document right here in the state of Vermont. So we're going to work on his eligibility and possibly disability claim. So she is very happy at this time.
Awesome. My hands are full of markers, so there we go.
So just a question from the crowd. DD-214 is a service document for a military, Marines, Army, Navy, any of those. And that document shows proof of service for the veteran.
Awesome. Thank you for the clarifier on that. That is so important. I'm so glad that those resources were able to be connected. Anybody else? I will start calling on people. Let's see. Chief, give me a positive or uplifting story. Come on up to the podium. I told you I was going to embarrass somebody.
Well, you know, this isn't terribly impactful on the community, but so apparently the immigration office in Burlington was, or in Williston was closing or relocating and downsizing. So they had a lot of office furniture that they were looking to get rid of. So they asked us if we could use any of their office furniture. So if you've ever been in our community room, we've got a fairly large conference table. I think it was a handmade table many years ago. Really nice table, but the planks started to split. So we just acquired a beautiful new conference table with 14 beautiful chairs. It was probably $15,000. I mean, the chairs were $800 alone. So so we were pretty happy about it. Like I said, not terribly impactful, but it's pretty good news for us. So thanks.
Awesome. Hey, it's still a positive or uplifting story. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. We're going to go ahead and move into our networking section of today's meeting. There is pizza out in the foyer area. I just asked people do not bring the pizza back in here into the carpeted area. They just got the carpets shampooed, and we don't want any marinara accidents. So thank you guys so much. Go eat, discuss, be merry, and thank you for joining us today.